my office, as it speaks... Oh, yeah, my mic is low. Sorry. I moved that down. How did you notice that? Right? My office is in this bathroom right now. Okay? Yeah, the motorbikes will still have a home in here. They're not in a room. They're not in a garage there. It's like just in space. There's enough space there. So basically, I'll be able to hang my bikes on the wall here without fucking hitting the car. Sorted. But the plan of action is, and this is what I've got to think about. Right now, in my house, at the back of it, is it over here? Yeah, at the back of it, we talked about, you see this one here? We talked about down here moving my office to downstairs in the basement. And as much as I like doing that, I don't think there's enough natural light. There's not enough of natural light. There really isn't. And it's such a shame. But if we were to move, right, the office into, say, this bedroom here, being, where's the building in? Give me a picture. Right? If we were to get the garage extension done, right, we have this. Right? We have this being the garage extension. Ta-da! Then we can feed all cameras and stuff like that in for streaming. So when I'm up, this could be my office, all this top room up here, which is a big room. Like, it is a very, very big room in, like, if you were to, like, look at the floor layout, it's a big room. So we could turn this one into our office. Yeah, we've got the spare one over here, but the whole point of this is it turns it into a 6-bedroom house, but we don't really need them. But then I get a bathroom. I can have this wardrobe space be a storage for, you know, this could be a storage room and everything for my wires for my office. So all my shit inside here could be stored in the wardrobe space. This can still be a spare bedroom or whatnot. Like, say, if I have a guest who's a streamer or something like that, we could even have these bedrooms here as guest bedrooms. And then over here, we have this as a spare bedroom with a streaming setup. So if someone actually does come staying with us and is a streamer or a YouTuber or whatever, they can sleep in here and they can have an office to work in as well. You know what I mean? So I'm basically doubling up on offices, bedrooms, but this one wouldn't be a bedroom. This one would just straight up be an office. The LAN thing, yeah, I'm thinking of still doing a LAN setup in my basement, but just not having my own office in the basement. I'm just trying to, like, get that sorted out. Is your bedroom room 1? Yeah, my bedroom's bedroom 1 there. Bedroom 1. Weirdly enough, this is a weird layout that got changed, but you never know, it might actually work out. It's a bit of a shame of the sizing, but the size of this room here, apparently, you'd have to move the door. Like, you'd actually have to move the door or switch this the other way around. Is because this is where my office is right now. So in this room that I'm sat in right now, I'm sat where that toilet is. There, I'm sat there looking at this room. And that is actually the bathroom with a bath along this wall, shower there, toilet there, and then sinks along there. Tom, you're taking a shit. Oh, yeah, you can't see. So, yeah, so we're in here, the bathroom is there, the bath's there, shower's there, and then sink here. Whereas for this layout, like, it works because then when you come up the stairs, like, you're walking straight into a bathroom. So it's like, yeah, first door at the top of the stairs. That could work out pretty good as, like, a nice new way of, like, laying it out. Doesn't necessarily need to be done, but I will admit the bathroom in here is a pretty poor design in regards of, like, the shower's just shit. Like, it's got an open end to it, like, and water just goes everywhere, so it's really dumb. So we could put in a shower in here, and then, like, a freestanding bathtub in here. Might actually work pretty well. But I think I've got a feeling like overestimating the size of the fucking room, but it is what it is. Alright. So if I go back... Oh, there you go. Look, here's the layout. Here's a 3D version of it. Nice. Alright. So this right now, that door is on that wall. So you basically walk through and you go up and into the kitchen, and then you open up into the kitchen. Alright? If you walked into that, you're opening up straight into the kitchen, which is kind of like good because all the cooking stuff and the ovens are over there and everything, but the ovens might be moved to here at a certain stage. No, we did a fucking floating skyscraper sideways. Yeah. The space is the biggest thing I need. I built this entire house for, like, legitimately partying. right? And I didn't care for space. Like, I didn't care for storage or for space. And that's what we're doing. We're maximizing it. So the one thing I've learned is I haven't got stuff to store Halloween decorations. I don't have stuff to be able to store this or to store that, you know. A bathroom near a garage can be useful for things like having a dirty bathroom. Yeah. Doing garagey things. But if you're not going to use it much, bin it off. Yeah, Alex, in this room, in the downstairs back room here. So this here is going to have a big Belfast sink in it, Alex. So there'll be a back door. There's the back door to get in here. And then you enter into here. And then there'll be a big, like, Belfast sink in here for, like, washing biking gear in. Or, you know, any dirty biking clothes that I'm wearing, I can throw it straight in the wash immediately. So that's the plan for this. This stays the same. You then have these here. I think this is why this doesn't have a window in it, which is a bit of a shame for looking out on the back, but you don't really need it. These will be the sliding doors. Yeah, these will be the sliding windows. That opens up this area to flow 10 times better. If you don't know, I'll show you what a Belfast sink is. It's like used for like rugged, rough use. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. You can do so much with a Belfast sink. Like washing equipment in, biking gear, all sorts. Really, really high durability sink. This is the concept drawing. Like this. It like the drive will be reworked so it like flows in better and levels out with drainage and stuff like built into the front of it, I think. There's already drains built in, so like it really won't be hard to extend the drains. There'll be a path around the outside edge. This will be a big wall. This wall here is a bit of a lie for the height of it, because this will actually be, I think it's about a 6 to 8 foot wall already. I think this will actually end up being like a 10 to 12 foot wall there. Yeah, that'd be like a 12 foot wall there. All right. So the way we'll do it is you'll be able to drive in. This here is still up for debate as to what's going on with that, but I'll discuss that at a later date, because that's the whole redrive. If you don't mind asking us, how much did your house cost to build? Probably cost, with the swimming pool, probably cost about $1 million. And then obviously the purchase of the property, because we purchased the property for like 289, knocked it down and then built from scratch. Is if I got rid of this, right? I got rid of this, got rid of the wall. The steps coming in would just be like a straight step down, or however you redesign. Like, this is going to take some architectural thinking. How you do the architectural design of the steps coming down. Because right now it's like this nice, you know, like steps, wall. Because like what you could do is if you make this like a nice featurette of the stairs coming down, or whichever way you're going to do it, you don't need all this size here. So it makes it easier to park in. But then you could fit like, what, 4 cars on the front? Obviously, you won't be able to get them all out, but it's a double garage. You could fit 2 cars in the garage. You've got a turning circle in the garage itself. But you could fit like 4 to... If you were going to cram them, you could fit 6 cars on there with ease. You know what I mean? You build 6... You could put 6 cars on here with ease, to the point where you could actually sack off the back of the house. So then at the back of the house, all this space here, you could lawn it. So this is what the house looked like before it was built. Before we knocked it down. This was the original house. Okay. This was the original house. And from this original house, we knocked it down. And we dug out the ground. Fully. And just fully removed it. So yeah, that is this. But we took it fully down. So we took it down, but then as you realize, it's on quite a high footing. So we just ripped it out and built another one. What's the point in adding more bedrooms right now? You're a solo bloke and need 7 bedrooms solely. Well, you're right. I don't need 7 bedrooms. That's why it's not a 7-bedroom extension. It's a 6. So it'd be 1 bedroom, 2 or 3, like just there. 3, 4, and then 5, 6. So... School that guy. No, I am the kind of person, I can't go into something and not go, You could do this or you could do that. Once you build a house, you never look at anything ever again, like the same again. Once you've built a house, you lose the ability to not walk into somewhere and go, oh, you could do this. So I'm doing what I need. And what I need is I need a double garage for my car. Or a garage for my car. So that's what I'm doing. Ta-da! So there's a garage for my car. Did I actually ever put an Instagram of the house upgrade on there? Oh my god. My house is being rendered. Gotta have a creamy look to it. Wow. That's so surreal. Might have to get the front of the house re-rendered. Just to match. The floating stairs. How weird is that? That's what's underneath the wooden slats. And then the glass balustrade attached to the outside of it. Crazy. This is 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Dude, being on the internet is so cool. Look at that. That's my house. Crazy. This was me designing one of the kitchen layout, but then we said we wanted this bigger because it just felt too small. So we made it as big as possible. Oh my god! 2013. The house is being built like Lego. Yeah, because we're doing reinforced wall. Got my stacks of 64 ready to build with. That's a great picture. That's a great meme. This is what I'm trying to look for. For everyone asking, this is how my house progress is going. Mate, what the fuck did you do with my house? The number one regret I ever have about my house, 100%, is not absolutely fucking destroying the house with fireworks on the inside, whether or not I burnt it down. All of it. Legitimately, all of it. Like, you know, putting a firework inside a paint can, any of that. My dad was like, no, don't ruin it because we'll save us some of the stuff from the inside. I was like, what? Like, what will we save? And the answer was nothing. He just literally stopped me from having the fun with the house. I wanted to smash the windows and stuff like that. Like, you know, throw a radiator through the window. And he was like, no, don't do it. I was like, spent 280 grand on a house, like, to have as a playground, and I couldn't even do whatever I did. Well spotted. This was at the same time as the MMM 3000? Can't wait, my house is almost demolished. Crazy. Damn creepers. Do you know something funny? Where the house was originally built, let me tell you this. So, the house, that garage there, BT came to install a phone line for us, right? And they came to install a phone line, and the generator that they had on the back of the truck came loose and rolled down that and smashed the garage wall. They had to pay the fee that would be to, you know, like, they had to pay the damage of that. Like, they were like, but you destroyed the house. It was like, doesn't matter. They had to pay the fee that it would cost to fix it. It was like, they smashed it, and then, like, the next day, fucking took it down. It wasn't actually the next day, but you know what I mean? So cool. Look at that. Look at that. It's just mad. That's just mad. I can't believe how long ago that was. I will be honest, it feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah, I remember the ghost things. That feels like a lifetime ago. A lifetime. Like, no cap. Straight up lifetime ago. So, you drive into it, park the car on, press a button, turns your car around. Storage for my bikes. It's got a pantry, utility laundrette, upstairs, double bedroom, ensuite wardrobes, sorted. And you might be like, you need a bigger house? And the answer is no. I need a house that has guest bedrooms. And all these houses have guest bedrooms. I have 0 storage. And let me tell you right now, right? The one thing I never thought of as anyone is that I need storage. You accumulate so much shit over your life that no one tells you you need somewhere to put it. Never idea. I've got no storage in my house whatsoever. Apart from, like, my kitchen cupboards. Where you go to put a plate and there's a fucking box there of shit. So, what I'm doing... Okay. What is this music? I fucking love it. It's from a video game. Alright? So, what we're doing is creating this pantry utility room for storage. So, I'm meeting 2... what about your attic? Absolutely shocking. I told my dad that I wanted my attic space to not have, like, slats everywhere from whichever way you can structurally design it. I wanted it fully boarded, and I wanted it to be structurally sound so I could store things up there and be up there. Dad didn't do that, and instead, he just did it the old-fashioned way. So there's slats everywhere. The AC units that got put up there are just fucking monstrous and not, like, put to the side or whatever. They're in the center. And it just got to a point where it was like, yeah, like an American attic would be amazing. I can't put it in the basement because there's no storage in the basement. They're all empty rooms. So this extension allows me to store everything that would go in a loft or I'd need storage from. Lucas, if you see something, don't talk about it. All right? Appreciate you. Right? So this is the plan. So the pantry is going where your current garage is. Yeah. So where my current garage is now... Right? So where this is there, you see that? This will be this instead. Where is it? Right? See that utility room? Notice that the wall line there, right? Goes straight across. Oh, no, that picture was perfect. Whatever. Damn. So you see that there, right? This is where the old garage is. And notice how the house actually now goes like that. So if I go back to this one, right? That was actually a perfect image that I needed. Damn it. So yeah, you see it at the back there. That's there. So what the house is going to do, if I take a picture of this, actually, take a picture of that. So what the house is going to do is it's going to go straight across like that, but it's going to go across to where that wall is and then along like that. And then it'll come down, it'll drop down, looks like there, and then it'll be like a house across there. Like that. Architectural house drawing. Nailed it. So that's the plan. But what I was wondering, and this is the reason why I've been mainly streaming this today, is there anything I'm missing? That's why I basically wanted to speak to physics about it. Like, am I missing anything? These bedroom layouts can change. I think we've agreed that having a toilet there in the middle of that, I'm keeping the toilet, getting rid of that one there, and keeping it there because that's where it originally is better. Garage toilet has no door. You're right. It doesn't. On this picture. Because it's not supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure he meant to get rid of it. I think that's why he took over the door. So that'll just be an open pantry. This will still be mine. But my office, potentially, will be moving from here where it is right now. Okay? So this is where my bedroom is right now. And I might potentially move my office into bedroom 5. So then that way, if I do have guests... Okay. Oh, you can't see? Yeah. Bedroom 5. So the reason why I do that is because then if I have guests staying over, right, and I'm streaming or whatever, I'm not in here screaming, disturbing bedroom 4, 2, 3, 4, and myself. Do you know what I mean? So then that way, I'm not disturbing anyone here, and it's separate to the other side of the house. So then you could say, well, what's the point in that room? This room doesn't even need to be turned into a bedroom, right? It doesn't. So these bedrooms are more than enough. But you've got to understand, this could just be mine. Or whatever. This just gives me a whole new room. So this could be a work area for me for streaming in, because then I've got a toilet in here. I've got a wardrobe space. Like, look, I'll show you the above space here. Look. So this can then stay the social part of the house. Jaff just said a LAN room or a cinema room. Well, I technically have both of them in my basement, Jaff. I don't know if you've seen in my house, Jaff, but in my basement, I've got an entire room for a VR room, and I've actually got a cinema. So I have a lot of space. Oh. Let LFAO. So yeah. So in here, I could have the... Someone said gym. I don't need a fucking gym. However, I do, because I'm a fat cunt. Right? My bedroom's like 99.9% finished. There's just 2 pieces of glass that aren't stuck to it. So if I have this as my office, it's a win because down below it is my garage. And then that way I can feed cameras. Like if I just do like a cable feed down the corner, then I can put like, I can feed in like a computer setup in here for like when I'm streaming in here, if I'm working on my car. A fireman's pole would be great. It would be so much fun. Imagine that. Should we do that? A fireman's pole. A fireman's pole that we can easily just get rid of at a different day. But a fireman's pole, like say my setup's like wherever, against that wall. There's a fireman's pole behind me. And I just go, whee! Straight down into here. That's really funny. It make for one hell of an intro for a vlog. Whilst the car's turning round. So, for clarification, this is the whole point of this extension is to have a garage to put my car in, all right, and that. But this is a turning circle, so I park my car in it, I press a button, and the car turns around 180. So all I'm going to do is drive in, park it on that, and turn it around. My one fear is about parking on it, because you've got to be so lined up for it, that, like, for it to be perfect. But you know what? Someone just said that in the chat. Very tempted to get a heated drive talked about in the build as well. It's a cost, but I do actually have a big problem with getting off the drive. Yeah, right. This would parking on my drive right now would be absolutely fine because, like, where is it? You park on the front. Look, like that. So it wouldn't be. There would be no scare about parking on it. You just park on there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You get used. You're saying that get used to that. Parking on a circle be sound. Yeah. So the way I feel the circle would work, right? The turning circle. I've seen them designed, but I feel like let's just okay. Empty spot, right? So this is how I feel like the turning circle works, right? Because I feel like it's got the turning circle, but then it's got another lip of a circle inside it, but close to the edge. So like when you drive over it, it's kind of like it's kind of what is that? It's kind of like like a ramp. So like you hit it, it goes over the first one. And then the next one, that's a perfect circle. But then the next one you hit, so you bump, go over it, and you hit the next one. So where your wheel touches it, you know you're against the circle. So that no matter what, when you get out of the car and press it, it rotates your car. Yeah. You're lucky you have the land for it. Well, this is where this all comes down. I almost wasn't able to get this extension or even consider it because of this tree. This tree got struck by lightning. This tree stopped all of this. And the reason why this tree stopped everything is because it had a preservation order on it. If you touch this tree, trimmed it, knocked it down, it was a 25 grand fine for damaging it or knocking it down. And like 6 months prison time. Like seriously, it was that serious, that tree. But it got hit by lightning. So I was just like, I left it. Like, I liked the tree. I thought it was a nice feature to the front. It, like, privatized the house a little bit, from the houses up the road. But then, right? No. This tree guy was on the road. And I pulled him over. I was like, bro, I said, hey, mate, is there any chance you can look at this tree? Like, I'm convinced it's dying. And I was like, it would be a blessing if it was. Because, like, I'll be dead honest, mate. Like, I could get so much more done with the space. But he straight up said to me, it was like, at the time, I had the Jaguar, the F-Type SVR. I had it parked there. And he came over and he said, if I were you, mate, I'd get that car moved now. And I was like, why? And you see that branch there? It was perfectly, oh, what the fuck, where's it gone? It was perfectly above the Jaguar. And he said, because the lightning hit the tree, this tree was fucking dead. Like, dead. And he said that branch is ready to fall and it will take out the size of that tree. He said, mate, that will take out the front side of your house. I was like, what? He was like, I will write you a note now, like a full note to give to the council. Like, this is an emergency thing. I've got the note somewhere. It's like, this is like an emergency tree that needs removing. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. So he's like, as you know, it's got I'm fully qualified to do it. Yeah. And yeah, he took down the tree. He took down the tree. I was like, oh shit, okay. So he just took down this fucking insane tree. Tree law is a bitch. Look at the subreddit. I can believe it. So yeah, the guy took down the tree, which was brilliant because I needed it. I needed it gone. But then I completely forgot because I was like, oh sweet, you know, like tree's gone, lets in so much more light. It feels dead weird. But then I realized, holy fucking shit, this means now I can get this done. We can go for the plans because the reason we couldn't is the roots of the tree. The angle of my drive is like this because all the roots came from this height into where this is. So it allowed us to flatten this area out. So that's why at the bottom of mine, it's like this. Sorry, it's like that. But now we can just straight up flatten it. That's the plan. Someone said, what does it look like from behind? That's the house from behind. So you see those glass windows there? Have I got the sliding doors? There you go. So the house looks symmetrical with like those doors are actually there now. But we're going to get these put in. You know, big sliding doors. And it probably will be 3 that big. You know what I mean? So those 3 will slide into that wall there, allowing the kitchen to flow out to the rooftop. That's the plan. What's K rendering? It's a render of material that you put on the front of a house to make it look like nice. See the color of the house? It's a render. Rather than a brick wall finish, it's a render. So if the render won't match, right? Okay, render you can just paint. Okay then, right? If this is it a T? Yeah, I've got an AMG GTR. No, it's a T. No, it's an R. GTR. Hydro dip the house. Okay, so what I'm thinking is the way K-render works is you need a certain amount block gap between the floor to stop moss growing up the render. So that's why here, along that, right, this is wrong. There's actually a small line like that between the floor and the drive. So you can't just fix the drive by going, oh, we'll make it whatever, because if you were to level this out, it would technically, the angle would go to like there. And then at the bottom of the drive, you see the drive there being flush. It would create this problem where the drive would actually come out higher like that. See what I mean? So you could fix it so you could get down. Oh, you can't fucking see shit. My bad. Right, my bad. Fucking genius Tom. Right, so you see this drive here, right? The way the drive comes down, the problem we have is if you were to fix it, you would end up having this overarching piece of drive. Because if you're leveling it, you'd have to lift it. You have to lift the bottom of that. See what I mean? You have to lift it. Because where the drive meets, the drive meets like in a perfect line there. But if you lift that drive, you will then create a block like that. And the problem with that is, as Orion would know, who crashed into the side of my house. 6 years of having this house, no one ever crashed into the house. The wall, yes. Orion decides, you know what, I'll just fucking ram into this wall. Dead easy repairable. Omega lol. So, with this, that's where we have a bit of a problem. Whether if we can lower it from the top, if we can... Well, Alice did. No, Alice crashed into my car. Guys, can we get a PogChamp in the chat? Oh, mate, it's a fucking accident. It is what it is. If you were to get a... Right, if anyone crashed into my house and I said you have to pay for it, you would have to pay for the entire bottom section of this house to be re-rendered. Or patch jobbed. I don't even know if that's possible. Will you be altering the basement level? No, that's staying as it is until we get the idea of how we're going to lay out the floor below. The downstairs basement layout is awful. And I hate everything about it. I hate everything about it. Yeah. There. And then some. I've actually got like this. That's how much space the basement's got. But the house should have just been built with RSJs to support the basement. And the basement could have just been a blank canvas. How you would structurally... I don't even think it's possible. But if I could structurally RSJ my house to have no supporting walls whatsoever, I would. An RSJ is a fucking steel... Fucking... What does it stand for again? Shit. Brain fired. Rolled steel joist. Yeah, it's basically like a big steel beam. RSJ is one of these fuckers. Big, strong supporting system for your house. This extension isn't connected to it whatsoever. So, for, like... Say I had kids. Say I had a nanny. Or whatever. If you're planning on bedroom 5 being your office, why don't you... why the walk-in wardrobe and ensuite? Strength. Someone give me strength. It's like teaching. Oh my god. If I ever, for whatever reason, wanted to sell the house, me selling the house with just a bedroom is pointless. Pointless. Right? However, if I'm selling a 6-bedroom house, 4 of which are en suites, it's definitely more valuable to have an ensuite and a wardrobe. Because even if it is my office, if that wasn't there, right, and let's say, fuck it, bedroom 6 wasn't a toilet, I'd have to say, guys, I'll be right back, run downstairs through the garage, because that's not there, and all the way to my kitchen. Whereas, if I just do this, I can have bedroom 5, even bedroom 6 could be my office if I wanted to, but bedroom 5 makes more sense. I can literally just go into my office, right? No, Ryan, exactly. Bedroom 5 can be the office, okay? We can have a fireman pole. The garage is right below me, so if I wanted to do a feed of cameras down to the base, into the garage, sorted, all right? I get to have my own bathroom for the office, and the wardrobe then becomes storage. Because, shock, look what's behind here. Yeah, no fucking storage. I got nowhere to put it. Literally nowhere. Literally nowhere. I have no cupboards. I have no fucking cupboards. First world problems. So, what the plan is, where you see this bedroom, someone did just say it in the chat, but trust me, we've already said it before you. Where this bedroom is going to be, okay, there is going to be fitted furniture in here, okay? In between this fitted furniture, there's going to be a secret door in there. It is not to be used as an actual thing. Like, it's not meant to be used, but there will be a secret door connecting bedroom 3 to the landing here. So bedroom 3 will be... No, not like a book... I don't think like a bookshelf door. That would be pretty cool. Like a bookshelf door would be pretty pog, actually. But, like, that's the thing. Like, if you weren't going to have, like, fitted furniture, or you would have, like, chests and drawers in front of here or whatever, and you actually had that, like, bookshelf, that could actually look really cool. And then going through just... And then there'd be, like, a secret doorway going through there. Bedroom 6 is a peepee hole into bedroom 2's ensuite. Bedroom 6 has a peepee hole into what? Bedroom 6 is a peepee hole into... Who fucking said that? Who said... Who said that? Oh my god, where is that? Who the fuck said that? Daniel God, that's fucking hilarious. He's already a subscriber. I can't gift him one. Holy fucking shit. Wouldn't not having it connected easily get on your nerves a bit? Like, wouldn't you want ease of access? Let me explain the ease of access for this. I do not need 6 bedrooms. Okay? I do not need 6 bedrooms. If I'm being social with guests over at my house, we will be in the lounge, dining room, or kitchen. Okay? That's where we'll be. If we said goodnight to the guests, right? And they weren't sleeping in one of the in bedroom 2, 3, or 4, but instead, why is Pokemon come on? Instead, they wanted to sleep in, you know, bedrooms 4 and 5 for whatever reason, which they don't need to. Look, we've got bedroom 2 with ensuite, bedroom 4, bedroom 3, like, it's whatever. If I had a significant amount of guests staying, it serves the purpose. This room would probably not be a bedroom. It probably wouldn't. It would probably be something completely different. As to what it would be, we can decide. It could actually be a fucking gym. It could literally be a gym. It makes way more sense. The only reason... No, we don't need a cinema. We've already got one. For fuck's sake. I've got a cinema in my basement. God, that sounds like such a cunt thing to say. 2 cinemas. Another bar. Bar. Sorry. Someone's like, why did he shout? I swear me shouting has something to do with me fleeing Scrickering. Right? So, this entire garage extension adds on, all right? It adds on an office and whatever we want that to be. A kitchen? Yeah, sure, why not? Another kitchen upstairs. A pool? Fuck it, why not? Right? So, we're getting 2 of the bedrooms. But in the future, if I was to ever have kids, right? I'm telling you right fucking now, if I had loads of kids, the kids would probably be, like, they'd have the bedrooms here, like 3 kids. But say I would love 4 kids, right? 4 kids is like the amount of kids that I think I want, right? Right. I'm happy to have 4 kids. The older kids could be on the other side of the house. Do you know what I mean? The older, like, 15-year-old kid can have their own space to themselves. They're old enough, they've got their own ensuite, they've got their own wardrobe sorted. They have all that to themselves. Do you know what I mean? So that could be, for future-proofing it, the older kid can have their own side of the house that they can live on. They've got their own privacy, like they're left to themselves. Like, and if we need to get through to them, just NYPD down bedroom 3. Do you know what I mean? Good luck to your future wife. But if you're like, Tom, 4 kids, what the fuck? Trust me, right? If I ever had 4 kids, you better know I'm having a fucking nanny. I had a family friend who, she was single and she had 3 kids, right? And she had a nanny who was a living nanny. The best thing she ever had. Like, their family's amazing. Absolutely love it to pieces. They had a nanny. So I'm telling you right now, I would straight up have a nanny if I had that many kids. You might be like, well, what are you doing? It's my fucking choice. Just because you have a kid, if you've got the ability to have, like, a family member or a nanny or whatever help you with it, I'm fucking having it. I intend on raising my kids myself. I do. But I'm fucking telling you, it's not ruining my life. I don't have to have it ruin my life. I'll get a fucking nanny. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Bev won't want that job. No way. So, because of that, if I got a fucking nanny, the nanny would literally have her own separate wing. So, if the nanny wanted to come and go, the nanny doesn't have to come through the front door of the house, even though she'd be in the house. Like, or even looking at it like this, even if you were to sell the house, you could sell the house like, you know, that's how you'd pitch it. You got the bedroom for the family, you've got, you know, another bedroom up here, and you got a wing for the nanny. Because then the nanny can literally, this can be their section of the house. They come downstairs, ease of access to the kitchen for them, all that sort of stuff for, you know, when they're doing nanny things. Laundry room, everything the nanny would need is on that side of the house. Right? But then the nanny can go as she pleases through the back door. Literally. She's a backdoor nanny. So the nanny could go as she pleased, just out the corridor and be gone. Do you know what I mean? But that is for... I'm future-proofing the house. Do you want to hear an absolutely fucking mad extension that I want to do? Right, so this is... I class this as the 1.5 of the house. Tom, build it on The Sims. I have. It's done. I've built this on The Sims. Right? Are you guys ready for how this would work? What phase 2 is, right? I don't even know how you do it or what you do. But this is phase 2. You get rid of, right? Let's go full screen here. You get rid of the side of the house, right? This goes. This drive disappears, okay? And you either bring the house over, okay, to make it bigger, which you might be like, what the fuck is this? Why do you need it bigger? The only reason I'd want to make it bigger, right, is for this. I've always built my house in video games like this, like in The Sims, right? I want, if the house carried over, yeah, like so, like that, it makes the basement cinema room twice as big, right? It makes the bedroom upstairs bigger, so you can fit in ensuite wardrobes, like walk-in wardrobes, big ensuite bathrooms, right? But the main reason is I'd want to bring this out. I'm going to try and draw this properly. How do you fucking do this? Right? I'd want to bring this out here, like so. Look at these 3D fucking drawings. Eat your fucking heart out, bro. That's a glass plane. Whatever that, right? And then that way, it's like a courtyard. So it's like a U. So you've got this courtyard shape, and then plant a tree in the middle. You could technically get rid of the drive there, right? Extend that over like that to there, and then that just becomes a flat piece. Someone just said, where'd you put the cars? There. But it's slanted. Yeah. Yeah. If the drive is like... Right. If this is my house from the side right now, right? Right? This is the drive. So what you do is you flatten it. Obviously, it flattens out there. So you go straight across flat, like that. Right? And then you build down to ground level. So then, what that allows you to do is knock how you'd support it. I have fucking no idea, because that's a supporting wall. That's a big job. You'd have to support this wall, okay, with an RSJ going across like that. And then you could open up the basement from... Fucking side drawing there. Oh, there you go. That's a way better way of looking at it. There. There you go. Right? So then this would go all the way across to there, like that, and you'd have from the inside, yeah, and then that doorway could go across all like that. But then, right, what you could actually do with it is that could be like that, but that's not what I want. What I want is this. These fucking 3D drawings, bro! Who do you even know me? I'm Shabalam fam. Actually, go all the way across. Right? That would be a fucking thing. So then it would match, but there'd be no house there. Perspective. I know, right? How you doing, Brad? You right, mate? I'm just live at the moment. Is that all right with you?
That's fine, no problem.
This is where my Twitch chat will start being like, we love you, Brad. Brad, is there any chance you could slide on to my stream on a computer? Just to see. You can keep me muted. You can mute the stream, but you can just see like what I'm looking at. Because I've got it up on my computer screen.
Yeah, how do I do it?
Go to www.twitch.tv. So Twitch, like TWITCH. I think I just spelled that wrong, but I'm an idiot. Right, Twitch, and then .tv, and then do /Syndicate. This is where everyone in the bad's gonna be like, Brad. So I've just been talking with my stream, like going over the layout. But like this is, you know, like what I said about involving you in the entire process.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you can mute that stream now. Right? Just so then, hi, by the way, you'll see me waving at you. So like, there's only like it's like a 3-second delay. Okay. So chat, this is what I'm saying. Like chat meet Brad, Brad meet chat, so they can hear what you're saying. This is to keep everyone involved in the process of what's going on. Everyone loves it, mate. Everyone loves the idea. I absolutely love the idea as well. Just wanted to go over 2 things with you to see if it makes sense. The funniest thing that someone pointed out, by the way, completely didn't notice. I think we've left the window in on the drawing of the pee-pee hole from the bedroom 6 to the ensuite. Someone was like, yeah, yeah. I thought that was funny. He was like, "Why have you got a peephole?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I don't think so. So, on the bedrooms,
Secret,
yeah, a little secret one. Tom's secret peephole. The most random thing in the world. But the one thing I was going across with in my own head is about keeping the ground floor toilet, you know, that it got moved in towards where the pantry was in the garage, about moving that back to its original state and keeping like cloakroom toilet just the same there, because then that way that toilet's in the middle of the house. If that works, fine. And then we can keep that pantry can then increase in size, can't it? Because again, that's what we said, like the biggest feature is of that area is the storage.
Yeah. So do you want the entrance into your kitchen just as it is at the minute? Yeah,
that's absolutely fine. So we can move that door that we put in. You know, well, I'm sure that door will just keep up the space of, back to its original form. I think that just kind of works. It works well, doesn't it? So there's like, no point changing that. It was a good idea because I know we changed that for the bay windows, didn't we? We rearranged it all around. So yeah, that'd be perfect if we can go back to the original with that and then keep the toilet over there and get rid of the toilet on this side. Absolutely love this. What was the bloody other thing? Oh yeah, the upstairs bedroom. I didn't even realize that you'd switched the bedroom and the bathroom. Is that much of a problem?
Oh yeah. Not really, because you've got all the drainage, you know, the toilet
from the ensuite
services from your ensuite. I just thought obviously put it at the front.
Yeah, perfect.
At the minute, like you've only got a small window in that bathroom, haven't you?
Yeah, and to be fair, even this, I'd rather have a bigger bedroom than the bathroom. You know what I mean? It kind of makes no sense. So that worked perfectly. But there was this is where I was talking to my chat. Oh my! You're gonna see these drawings about me extending things here. Brad, what are the possibilities about putting a Narnia door here between the landing and bedroom 3? Yeah, look at my chat. They're already going at it now. So doing a Narnia door, like a secret bookshelf to get through there. So I know that's like the gable end. That's the gable wall in it at the moment. So I was just wondering if that's even possible.
Oh, a hidden door, basically.
Yeah, like a hidden door being able to go through there from an architectural standpoint. And then in here, what is the possibility? And this is where you're going to be like, what is this guy talking about? What is the possibility of doing a fireman's pole into the garage?
Into the garage from the bedroom?
Yeah.
Why, are you gonna have that as your office?
Well, in all honesty, you know, like how I spoke to you about like disturbing the house, like having 6 bedrooms is great, but like me said like, I don't need the 2 extra bedrooms. I simply don't. What I need is the storage for downstairs. So maximizing the pantry and the utility room and laundrette is exactly what the house needs, and obviously the garage for the car. But if we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, we might as well do the you know, from an architectural standpoint and just future-proofing it, the 2 extra bedrooms, which both have en-suites, both have wardrobes. But if I move my office from over there, I'd turn my office into bedroom 5. Because I think that makes most sense. I can keep the layout that you've kept it. Like, wardrobe space would be great for storage for me. Ensuite and all that sort of stuff is absolutely perfect. You know, like, it's just same access for me. But people were saying, like...
Why don't you then, instead of having that as a bedroom of an ensuite, why don't you have it as, like, a mezzanine so you can look into the garage and then have, like, the fireman's pole and an entrance up there? That'd just become, like, a big... look into the garage from that area.
That sounds pretty dope. This is where my chat would be like, oh man. So wait, if I'm reading that correctly, if I drew this out, would this be like, would you open this up like it'd be like half and half? So where that,
So you'd kind of like lose half of that bedroom 5.
Yeah.
Whichever way we did it.
But then you'd look
maybe in between the 2 windows, like with a baluster going right across from the front of the garage to the rear of the garage, and then you could see your car then.
So would that be from like this second?
Yeah.
That second line.
Straight across now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then you could.
That area at the top could be your office, and you could look down into that space.
Ooh. Right, chat.
You could have whatever you want there, pull ladders, anything.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, my one thing about that would be how, for temperature wise.
You could insulate the garage, just like your house.
Like
insulate the slab, insulate all the walls.
That's a pretty cool idea.
Sorry, I'll kick my dog out because the dog's snoring.
No worries. No, absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, because this is like, honestly, I've been streaming for like 2 hours, literally, just straight up talking with everyone. But this is where my editor edits my video. He just said, just do a glass floor. All right, yeah, you know, that's the simplicity that my viewers go to. Just put a glass floor. I do like the idea. I do like the idea of like the fireman's pole thing. Is that like if we said we couldn't actually get to actually doing the 2 bedrooms upstairs, I was wondering if we can't do that, could you actually do, we said like a raised garage roof. Could you do that like the opposite way around, like a mezzanine up there, like looking into the garage?
What do you mean? So like a second floor above that area?
Yeah, above the garage. Like if we can't actually go up the 2 floors, like we're putting the 2 bedrooms above it now, could you do that idea of basically what you just said in there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think your options too is going to be, so it's not like a standard first floor, like where the walls are going right up to the eaves, where the roof meets the walls basically. The option 2 would be to lower the roof down, so it's kind of like 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
The only impact that it's going to have is obviously on the neighbours, so it's just a planning issue.
Yeah.
You'll still get the floor area. Might not be able to kind of like walk up to the perimeter.
Yeah.
It'll be like a loft conversion almost.
Yeah.
When you see people.
Brilliant. Well, mate, I'm absolutely like, as far as I'm seeing this design, mate, like with the ensuite, if I go back to the floor, with that toilet moved and the kitchen put back to where it is, like I'm pretty sure this is a solid plan, mate. Like, I love the way you laid out the 2 bedrooms. I think that looks absolutely sick. If we do end up switching bedroom 3, like where bedroom 4 is, where my office is now, if we do end up putting a bathroom in there or not, that is what it is, and it can just be flipped around. Like
planning wise, like it doesn't really matter what you do with the internal layout. They're just bothered about how it impacts on your neighbours. So like the external massing of it.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't change that or put any more windows in or anything like this stage, and the internal layout, we can add that mezzanine level.
Yeah, for sure.
In bathrooms over at a later stage, that's no problem.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really that we need to do. I think it's pretty solid then, isn't it? Like with this one, like we've agreed. Like I say this is an open conversation in my chat. Like, and because you remember the 3D models that I showed you before? The guy Alex who made them, he's actually in the chat now, and he's just been going over it all and stuff. Like I've been sending everyone's heads sideways. Like when we always spoke about like the 2.1 in of the house. Like this is like the 1.5 of the 2.1. Is
the stuff to the rear.
Yeah, the stuff to the rear. Like like making it like the. How possible is that? Because like if I show you what I was doing,
possible. You can do anything. It's just obviously what you're gonna fill it. I think like your problem is like what you're gonna put in that space because you pretty much got everything.
I do, yeah, literally, mate. Dude, people were saying to me when I was showing them the bedrooms and like the layouts and everything like that, right? Someone just straight up said to me, he's like, "Oh, Tom, what are you even going to put in the, what do you need the spare bedrooms for?" And it was like, well, we're only doing it, for the sake of future-proofing the house. Like, if you were to sell the house, adding up, like you and me said, to add value to this house, it would be bedrooms, wouldn't it? Like, that's the number one thing you'd add to the house is make it more bedrooms. So if you've got 6-bedroom house, that's booming. But I won't even probably using bedroom, like 5 or 6 as bedrooms. Because if guests are staying, they will be staying in, you know, like in the vicinity of the main household. So whatever 6 would be, people were like, dude, it's a cinema room. And I was like, well, we've got one of them downstairs, basically. And then it was like, well, what do we do? Put a LAN room. It's like, well, we've got...
Oh, I've got one of them.
Well, yeah, it's not to try and sound like a cunt or anything like that, but it's like, we've got the layout for it, but is on from your brain, like, and just viewing this, can this drive area be saved? Now, I know everyone always says, like, don't get rid of the access, if, like, for vehicle-wise at the back of your house, but with the amount that we'd have at the front, what's your 2 cents with this drive section?
To me, in saying it, you'd obviously have to build, like, from the front, a single-story extension, you know, so almost like a car park. You drive in, it'll have a door, and then you go underneath, like a basement car park, if you've ever gone in, like an NCP in Manchester or whatever.
Oh, so would you say, like...
at, like, first, at a ground floor level, to get into it.
Right.
Other than that, you know, what you want to achieve from that space, what are you thinking? Do you
think we can even... Do you think that drive can be saved? From seeing it in person? Like, to be accessed, you know, like, because we're going to have to rework all the drive from the front, you know, sloping down and, like, yeah, it's even the question of even keeping this archway and stuff like that. Can we save that drive?
No, because there's going to be a lot of work in terms of changing levels, because we're now going out 8 meters to the side.
Yeah.
And obviously the gradient of that driveway has got to drop quite a bit, you know, where you've got the steps in front, just so you can get around. So if anything, that slope at the side could, you know, it's going to get better because you're starting at a lower point. It is at the minute.
Yeah. So it would actually improve it.
Yeah.
But the only thing is that wouldn't improve. Like, would improve.
That's if you change the whole slope of it.
Yeah, because we could change the top section of it, couldn't you? Which would make it easier. You know, obviously less gradient, like you said. But like, I'm sure you'd still get the thing of beach, like not beaching, but like just scratching the nose at the bottom, wouldn't you?
Yeah, unless you change.
You're fully so technically you could kind of save it because we're going in. You could go in at a different angle.
Yeah, so you just where it meets at the top now, you'll be coming down there, whatever the dimension. I think off the top of my head it's like 400. So it'll just, you know, where the kind of section of your driveway is, that'll come forward as you're looking at it now. So into the ramp. So the ramp will become shorter if you want to keep it at the same gradient.
Yeah. Would you advise keeping the back of the house, like, for the cars still and stuff like that? You know, because I have spoke to you about.
But like you said, you know, you don't feel 100% comfortable, do you, in winter driving up and down it?
No, it's absolutely shite.
It's a bit of a step to the side where obviously that hedge is shown.
Yeah.
A bit of a drop there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive drop off the edge. Because it's like, you know, I've always said, you know, and this is where I was just speaking to my chat of, like, you know, 2.0 in it is, you know, if you just did completely get rid of, if I'm just drawing it, if you did completely get rid of that and you extended the basement over, is it possible to extend that basement without completely structurally breaking the house? You know, like, so that cinema room would be like, you know, go out that full size bigger.
Yeah, so you'd have to underpin, so you wouldn't be able to build straight off the side of your house. You'd probably lose like 700 mil, because you'd have to put like
off where?
A base off the side of your house at the minute.
Yeah.
Does your basement go all the way to the front? Yeah, because that's your cinema room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might be able to get away with not having anything on the kind of the gable end of it, and then across the front of your drive, we'll just do like a standard basement, and then across the boundary there.
Yeah, because all this drive could technically just be ripped out, couldn't it? Like, just gone. And then you could extend that underneath cinema room. Because the one thing I'd love to do, and you know, I show you that from the houses, is making it like what is the word?
U-shape.
Yeah, it's a U shape. And then that's and then the courtyard effect of having it like fully come out. Like, I feel like that would look so good. Like, this is what I've been doing all day, sat here brainstorming. Even though, you know, like, it's one thing at a time, but like, you know, this is priority 101. Get this sorted, and I
think your issue is like how do you do it? Because obviously we can do anything structurally. I think your number one thing, what you need to make your mind up is like, do you need a space for one?
Yeah.
And if so, what are you going to put in it? That's your biggest. the biggest problem, if you would. It's not obviously not a problem.
No, but yeah, but I know what you're saying. But like, I got every time I go down into that basement, I'm just like, I hate the layout of it. I hate the layout of it. Like my house that I use and everything that I use on my day-to-day basis, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. But that basement is because it was designed one way and then it got changed another way to make it a bit flowy, and then it just got completely like just fucked.
Yeah.
Like all the rooms are too like each room that could be maximized. Say like you were gonna put a pool table down there with like a bit of a lounge section or whatever, but every room's so tightly, crammed together with a structural wall.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because obviously you've got that spine wall running up on you where you're
Yeah. So that's a headache that we'll try to get. So like when I'm like laying out these different sections of the the basement of trying to like make the space the best, it's like, right, well, if I just genuinely don't need all this space on the back that's going to waste, like why not turn it into something, of having this extension out there, the courtyard thing.
I think the easiest thing what you could do rather than extend it to the side is, like the bifold door there, which is at the side of your bar.
Yeah.
Where the library door,
Yeah.
where your library is going into the cinema. That's the easiest wall to extend. So if you demolish that, going straight back to where it meets the pool.
The pool.
And then extended it, so obviously the terrace above would extend as well. That's your easiest one because you're not supporting anything above it.
Yeah.
The line of your cinema wall where the bookcase is.
Yeah, that's got the gable on it.
Yeah, that's the main house. So that front section there, if you wanted to extend anything, I'd say extend that, because then that would make that, because that room's really thin, isn't it? You can't really use it.
Yeah, because I don't understand why, from a structural standpoint, like, I don't know why it's there.
Yeah.
You might be like, Tom, you built the house. But yeah, I designed it when I was like 19 with my dad. And I think it was just
it could have been anywhere that, and looking at the space internally, like where that library is in your bar, that space is just, and that cloakroom, really thin to the point
it just doesn't get used.
You even use it.
Yeah. Cloakroom never gets used, ever. The bar obviously serves a purpose, but it's still this narrow-edged thing to be in. You know what I mean? And it's the most frustrating, and you talk about like first world problem in the world, but that swimming pool is technically on the wrong side.
That's what I said to you, because you've not got the view there.
It's got no sun going on it at all.
Yeah.
So like you've got this option, like if you're gonna like it's completely opposite edged. Is it like I'd fucking ring this company and be like, listen, I'm gonna try and get some brand deals here. I've got all the equipment that's needed for the pool. Can you switch sides? But then it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the cost of doing that, whether you think it's worth it.
Oh my god.
What I was thinking, the cheapest way to use that basement would maybe, I don't know if you wanted a gym, but you did mention about a changing room.
Yeah.
The minute where you had it as an office outside your server room.
Yeah.
You could make that maybe into, say, like a gym and some changing rooms, which obviously connect onto the pool, and then extend this wall where the bar is forward. So you might lose a bit of that bifolding door, but it's huge anyway. And like you said, the sun's not on.
Brad, someone in the chat just went, just build 2 pools. It's just an easy, mate. We'll just build 2 pools.
That isn't her pool. I've never done that before.
So let's have a look at the house. Well, it's now 6 bedrooms and it's got a his and her pool. So if she's pissing you off, she can fuck off over there. Oh my god, that is brilliant.
Do a small one for the girl.
Oh yeah, and a little tunnel that connects it. That would be fucking brilliant. I know. Like we always said, like what would be. Go on.
To use that basement is to just pull that wall forward, and then at least where the bar and where your library is at the minute, and make that into game room or cave or whatever.
Yeah. Do you genuinely think, like, would you say bring it forward a bit? Because like them bifolding doors, like I look at it and I'm just like, there's no point wasting the bifolding doors because it is nice to have the light in. But realistically, you're not looking at anything. It's just letting light in. Do you know what I mean? They're just letting light in. They're not really doing anything. Like, it would make so much more sense if the pool was on the other side and they were there. So if you would like to scrap some of them off and just say like keep one window there, so you're getting natural.
So, like where the central mullion. So you got like 3 panels to the right, 3 panels to the left. Central mullion. Straight across the back of your house. Then your terrace upstairs gets bigger because the terrace as well in that area outside your living room where
Yeah.
Because that's that thing as well. You can't have any furniture there either.
No, no, no. So you talk. It would talk about that.
That big sliding glass in there now, like you could utilize that more. An outdoor kitchen.
Oh, up top here. So you'd literally get all this space here as a rooftop terrace.
As well as obviously
Yeah.
in the basement, then you can use all that space then.
Yeah. Yeah, so like here on that back door sort of thing, you could utilize. Do you know what I always said, Brad? Do you know what I've always wanted? Dude, I want a staircase coming down from there. I've always wanted, because the original house,
That would be cool.
the original house had this. Look at that staircase in the center. It had that. So obviously, I don't know where you'd build that. Maybe not into that, but a staircase coming from like up there down would be so good.
Yeah,
Just to connect the garden, like, because you have to right now, like, even if you said now, like, say you're up here having a barbecue or whatever, to get downstairs now with the way we're redesigning it, you have to go in the house, you have to go out the back, and you have to then go all the way around, don't you, just to get down here?
Yeah, that'd be cool to have a central staircase.
Yeah, because this is where I'm saying, like, I'm not wanting to waste your time of not doing these things. Like, obviously that garage is priority 101, but like, I don't want to pause on the idea of, you know, like, getting this other stuff in motion of like having plans drawn up for it that could solve the problems.
Like, the planning process takes 3 months, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you're better off just wrapping it all up under one planning application anyway. You know, if it takes me another couple of weeks to put that on or whatever, like between us, you know, getting the plan right,
yeah,
or getting at least the massing right, so you know the internal layout, like I said before, that can change. I'd get all the massing like what you want, and then just submit it under one application. And you're only going through the process once rather than doing the garage, then obviously putting secondary planning application in to do the rear.
Yeah.
It makes sense to just do it all under one.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have to do that rear section, you know, once you've started that.
Yeah, it's just
if you had it all approved, once you started the garage, then that's open ended because you've started the planning. Yeah, and it's just a thing of like it's there if we ever decided to do it, because the whole basement of this doesn't make sense. Like when I look at this design now of this, you know, especially for what I do for my job, and like say I've got guests in the house, you know, staying over, or family, having this design the way it is now is perfect. Like I've got my garage on like sort of, you know, my side of the house with my office above it. You know, because I went downstairs this morning and went into that basement to see whether or not I could turn that into like just my personal office, and it's way too dark. Like I would just feel so claustrophobic in it that it would just not be a fun work environment to like wake up to every day. So like this one would be such a better one, you know, with natural light coming in. I think you need the mezzanine with fireman's pole down so you can start spinning around while you. That's what I think.
Chat, do we
having a turntable with your car spinning around if you can't see it all day?
That, you know what? It's got and you did like a glass mirrored wall on that edge, so you could see it, like reflecting off it. So, chat, if you're wondering what he's meaning there is right now.
You could just have the opaque glass, you know, like what you've got on your main curtain wall.
Yeah.
So at night, if people was to stay over and you had it as a bedroom, you could just turn it on and off.
Oh wait, Brad? Are you saying? Wait. Are you saying like this bedroom? Oh wait, let me go for the top down view. What the hell is my sorry, my mouse is freaking out. So are you talking about here? Right, chat, listen to this. This is a mad one. So you're saying this bedroom here then has like gets cut across like to there where you were saying?
Split into two, yeah.
Yeah, wherever it be, like there.
The floor is only where the door, the wardrobe, and the ensuite is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this would actually be like a wall, but with split glass in it, like the front of my house.
Oh, you could have ceilings of, you know, floor to ceiling glass.
Yeah. Like in the office spaces that they have. Oh, sorry.
You could flick it like.
Yeah. So, chat, what he's saying is rather than having the bedroom just be one open room, because the whole point of the build is to have a garage to see my car, and the car's gonna be on a rotation thing. Like you can put it into like a showroom mode, and it would literally like rotate, sort of stuff. We'll talk about ventilation later when I'm gassing myself out or whatnot. But like,
it doesn't use the car. It uses the pixel.
Oh no, I thought they meant the. Oh yeah, but what they're saying is wrong as well. So the way this would look as well is this wall, like my front of my house, would be switch glass. So say I had my office up here, and you know, like whatever way you laid all this out, I could have my office against this wall, wherever it be. This would be a switch glass wall, and then say the garage wall downstairs would be mirrored, and then like you could look down in it, and you'd literally look to your left, and you'd see the car rotating downstairs. That's pretty cool, Brad. That's pretty cool. I do like that. What I will say though is the one thing that I do like about that, you know, the bedroom that we're talking about putting it in though. I do like the size of it because you know, like the room I'm going from now, this tiny little room. I don't want to cram myself into another small room. I'd rather have a lot of space.
Definitely.
So it's like the idea of it. I'd love to see drawn up. You know, like that sort of idea. Fucking hell, render of that would be dope. But like, yeah, that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, mate, I think like from a solid perspective of the actual layout of the house, like I think it's there, mate.
Okay.
Like, I really do. I've checked with like I said, I've got like 3,500 people in here, like talking, like going over it with me. You know, I want that secret look, you know, like doorway wall between bedroom 3 to the landing. Just it could be like a bookshelf, you know, piece of furniture that we stick in that like opens up or whatever. That's not meant to be accessed, but it can be, you know, just for the laziness of like when I want to get around the house or whatnot.
That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah, like because we said, don't we? We don't want to lose bedroom 3 by putting a hallway in there, and then you'd lose part of bedroom 6 and stuff like that. So like if we could just do like a secret doorway between bedroom 3 to the landing, works perfectly. Downstairs below, if we get rid of the toilet, put it back, the pantry's then twice the size. I was saying, like, if we can... I don't know whether... Is this an architectural thing, like, for planning? Because it's a garage. Can you put glass windows in between this hallway and...
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
The garage?
The kind of building controls have to be, like, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Because I was just saying, like, if... You know, like, for when you walk in this back hall... Into, like, this back hallway here, you know, like, if there could be, like, not a full wall of glass, but, you know, like, slithered glass going down it so you can literally see the gap into the garage. To see the car, I think that'd be quite a nice feature to be able to like, you know, at least see it. Probably worth having like if you could have like some sort of strong glass door sort of thing, because then that way it's like, you know, you actually get to see the car rather than it just be constantly locked away. Laundrettes looks good. Layout of this, everything seems solid, mate. But then it's one of them. Do we start going for like, you know, just fixing up like the, you know, the peeping old toilet? We could keep that, you know, could be a pretty good feature.
I'll definitely take it off.
Yeah. Oh, but how big? Do we know? Someone asked this before. How big's the wall gonna be? Did you measure the outside wall between, you know, where we push up to? Like standing height on the. I'm just showing it now. The external wall. You know, the retaining wall to the road. Do you know how high that'll end up being?
You're gonna have two heights. So you've got the one.
Yeah, like staggered. Yeah.
So you've got
the original one.
You're on like the higher level.
Yeah.
The lower level one, that's just going to move obviously closer to that one. So it should be the same, similar height to what it is at the minute. Just have like a plant area between that one and the top.
Yeah, it'll just feel a little bit higher, won't it? Because it's the gradient of the hill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All right. Sweet. Yeah, it looks sick, mate. It looks honestly so sick. Everyone loves it. So, yeah, well, it's one of them. We've fanny around like, well, I say fanny around like I'd love to get the planning done, like you said, for the back side of it, but at the same time, I'd very, very much like to get rolling with this one forward. Like, you know, is it matter of like, say if you put in the planning for this, then you put the planning in for, you know, the back as well. Is it the case of like, oh, one just gets rolling before the other?
Yeah. You could run two at the same time, but for me to add that little single-story projection out in the basement, you know, get that done. Whilst I'm doing all these events. So.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, so even if it doesn't end up being the exact thing that we're gonna do, at least we've got it put in for, and if they accept it, they accept it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you build it or not, it doesn't really matter. At least you've got something.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that because I you know, when we spoke to Gav, I'd love to work out how, from a structural standpoint, we can put like get rid of that retaining wall. Retaining wall, not retaining wall. The wall that's in the basement that splits the room up so badly. Like I just need either from your perspective of like with your plans of the house to be able to go right. We could put this in here and just fix that floorway. Or like the cinema room could stay as either a cinema room or it could stay as a. I said about like turn it into a LAN setup because.
What I'm thinking, like that office. So like I said, that'll become say like a home gym with changing rooms. And then the door to get into the kind of man cave area at the back.
Yeah.
That'll just come off the central stairwell. So you know how like you've got all the doors coming off that square central.
Yeah.
It's kind of like where you get to where your lizard is, and you've got that door
going
into the office.
Is it under the stair?
You'd have another door kind of at the side of that going towards the rear, and then that'd go into the man cave area.
Yeah, I've got you. And then it just
so then you wouldn't even have to loop through it. It'll just make it, a lot better.
Ah. Right. Yeah, I do actually get what you're saying. So yeah.
I'll show it you on a plan.
Yeah, no, I do get it though. It definitely makes a good call. Like it's just fully relaying out. It then lets the left side of the house be used for a purpose, and then like you said, that'd be like bar, man cave, forward.
Yeah. And then we could just put a wall of glass rather than having like a window like you've got in your bar and then a smaller bifold. Just gone with like a huge slide like what
yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And because it's pulled forward as well, it'll obviously get more sunlight by the pool.
Yeah. It's quite nice that then, isn't it? Because it's quite all centralized.
Yeah.
Rather than because we always went for like the rotation thing of the house.
Of that basement, like where you've got that office at the minute where your utility. Yeah, is it a utility?
Yeah. With that big open room.
Yeah, if you push say like a gym or changing room into that area, you don't need natural daylight when you're in there anyway.
No.
And then pull the man cave to the front, and then you could use that for whatever you want. Like you said, gaming.
Yeah, so you literally you've just even though like that space, even though I don't use a gym, definitely don't use a gym during lockdown, but you basically say removing the idea of the concept of like that LAN area, office area from even being there. And just putting it in a completely new location, which flows better for it.
In your house as well. Like if anyone's going to look to buy a house like this, like if you ever do come to sell it, having a home gym is just another tick in the box.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that you haven't got.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just want to make sure that like it like the flow of it, like how the rotation of like the upstairs, like how it feels like it flows quite well. Obviously, like it will be a bit more centralized down here. Because we're not moving down, because the basement, it became this thing like you can kind of like wander all around it, but as long as it feels like it pulls together, like solidly, because the basement is like it's the go-to party place. Obviously everyone rotates around the kitchen, and especially with this extension, that'll make that more so. Being able to go up on top of the terrace, all that sort of stuff. But with like down low, like that's the one thing I want to make sure that we capture with anything that we do at the back of it is to. Focus on, hey, listen, this has got to have the flow to it for hosting a party.
Definitely. And then I think if we have the bar, like, in the extension, we could have like a glazed wall so you can see into the swimming pool from the man cave as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a bonus. At the minute, when you're in there, you can't even see the pool. It's just like sucked away.
Yeah.
You have like a wall of glass saying, and then you can just see straight through into there. And then same again in the gym area. All light open as well.
All right, nice. Very nice. Yeah, look, yeah. If you want to put that together and let's have a look at it. Like this is going to be one of the things that's going to be like the most hosted party room in the house. So that's got to look fucking beautiful. So let's have a look at it and see what you're saying.
Can't wait for the party either.
I know, right? That'll be the fucking madness. Like it's just I just feel better about utilizing this space at the back that doesn't get used apart from being a car park. And doing something with it, parking at the front of the house is more than enough. I think, because if the drive would still be down there, wouldn't it? Or
yeah, of course.
So you could still actually, I don't know how much space you'd end up left with, but I guess you could still fit a fucking car down there or two or whatever.
Yeah, you'll still fit a few cars down there.
Okay, brilliant.
I had about 4 parked there last time, and you still had a lot of space. Even if you said like,
mate, I've had about 8 down there once before. It's fucking crazy.
That's what I mean. So it's bigger though.
Yeah. Well, Brad, I appreciate that, mate. Thanks for thanks for coming on, Brad. But no, honestly, it's awesome to like I said, get you involved and like see what I'm doing here. and then like my audience to be able to understand what's going on and like, you know, be involved in the behind the scenes process and stuff like that. It's like no pressure, you know, or anything. Well, now some Brad, I'll
Do it again the back end of next week. Get all this basement added on and all these
Yeah.
what you want. Maybe like I'll be able to share my screen and I'll fly around.
Hell yes. Yeah, chat, should we do like a VR, like it's like a virtual tour of it? That'd be absolutely sick. Yeah, that'd be amazing, mate. Well, thanks, Brad. I appreciate you.
No worries. Thanks, Tom.
Hey, no worries, mate. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye. Hey, what a fuck. How sick would that be? How sick would that be? So he gives us like a VR tour of like the house with the new build. That's why you gotta love him. Like, you know, like this layout of the bedrooms, I didn't suggest to Brad. It was just like, oh, you know, it could be, you know, landing, and then I said one bathroom there, which can be shared. But then it's like, well, it's just gonna be fitted furniture again rather than like built-in wardrobes. And he just made this like beautiful entanglement of like a wardrobe and an ensuite on either side matching, which looks really good. I love the peeping Tom toilet. Like, you know, that was a vibe. Whoever noticed that in my chat, I didn't spot that. I didn't spot that at all. But yeah, for anyone who's just tuned in, like this is the like the extension plan of a double garage with a turning circle for the car down below. Roll down a bit. So it'll have a turning circle for the car, like so, whizzing around. Storage for like my bikes and stuff like that. Pantry, like basically pantry storage. Wait, what do you say? A Mercedes AMG GT rotisserie chicken. It'll be like a rotisserie. Like a rotisserie. So yeah, so this will be like garage, awesome. I'll be able to connect this above with my office in here. I do like the idea of, you know, being able to see the car, and he's got such a point, because if you did make this, you know, like a mezzanine sort of vibe with like a switch glass, then if you want privacy for the room or it being whatever, you could do a switch glass thing, right? Got to keep the garage clean. I know. Well, that's the point. I can, because I'm going to have so much storage. I'm going to have so much more storage. That's one thing I did want to say to Brad, is to make sure, like, it's going to be our idea, because you can probably bring these bikes forward and just make sure we get some storage along the back walls. Is that the one thing I want to be able to do? Yeah, I'm gonna have a turntable, yeah. But yeah, I will lose the view from my office of the... Like, look, let me... You guys want to see? Sure. This is the view I have from my office right now. By the way, that Hong Kong sign, a fan gave it me years ago, and I just kept it. Loved it. Ah. There we go. So yeah, it's a sacrifice losing that view. But honestly, when I'm fucking staring at a screen, you don't really notice, you know what I mean? Yeah, who knows that when you can see a GTR? Exactly. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually pan that properly, like, if you could have this come out far enough and then it came down, obviously that is way too steep. Oh, can I straight up admit something to you guys right now? When I designed this house, I said to my dad I wanted a fireman's pole. I asked my dad straight up, I said, Dad, I want you to build a fireman's pole there at the end of the house. Literally there. Perfect spot for it. You put a circle padded thing, and then you make a latch on the gate there, and that opens up as a fireman's pole. My dad said no, because he's not being held responsible for it. Cheers, Dad. What a fun guy. I'll do it myself. Let me take you back to basics. This is what my house looked like when I bought it. We knocked it down and turned it into a 3-story house, all right? Where it looks like this now. Okay, this is my house now. Yeah? I drew up on paper that I wanted to do an extension on the side of the house of a garage, if not make it 2 stories. Right? Alex called physics in the chat. So this is what the house looks like. With the help of Alex, and then going to an architect called Brad, who's awesome, we've now decided that this is what the new version of the house is going to look like. So with the new extension, even if we can't go 2 stories, if we can, it is what it is. But if we can go 2 stories, okay, that gives privacy between my house, the neighbor's house. It gives me a, where is it? Let me go upstairs. Where's the plans? It gives me a indoor garage for my car with a turntable. All right. Storage. It gives me a utility room and a pantry. It extends my area over to my terrace by times 2. All right. It then gives me 2 bedrooms upstairs, which would be a lazy Susan. That's hilarious, Belle. It would then give me a new office upstairs and 2 bedrooms. I've spoke about extending the house at the back because the floor layout is just, it doesn't make sense. It's honestly awful, right? It's so stupid. Alex just listened to everything we were talking about and has just made this. Alex, what the fuck is that? Alex, what the fuck? What is that? Alex, that's insane. Like, what is that? If we got rid of the drive at the back, all right, and we went straight across like this, and we built the cinema out, okay, because there's a cinema down there, all right? There's a cinema down there. If we built the cinema out, okay, over, and then out to like here, this would make the house feel like a U shape, which Alex has done. And obviously, like I said to him, the reason why it can't fully look like a U shape, fully, is because this is wider this side in comparison, you know what I mean? Because of this one over here. Oh, there would be a set of stairs there. I think that's the only reason that looks weird to people right now. There'd be a set of stairs there, right? If that house went over, this would look like a U courtyard. But do you want to see do you want to see one more, guys? You're fucking mad, Alex. Chat. Ta-da! He put a water fireplace in the garden. What is that? Everyone needs a water fireplace. I don't know why there's a fire on top of it, but I love it. It's a fire fountain. So you're hoping to cut the driveway by the garden? What? I'll get that one. But what Brad was saying, right? And if I'm right in understanding this with Brad's description of it as well, right? Because we're changing the drive at the top, yeah, pause that thought. Because we're changing the drive at the top, we could keep, I prefer, what's that? Go away. I prefer a U shape, but you've got to think about the logistics, right? So for here, rather than building out over this bit here, right? You'd bring this out to halfway of those windows and you'd maximize the space here. Then that way, because where we're fixing the drive here, it would actually allow... Oh my God, this would actually work. Chat, do you remember what I said to you earlier about this, right? What's this bit? Yeah, there's the stairs, Alex. Yeah, right? For here, the reason why the drive is so dangerous is because at this point, where if you was to fix the drive at the current state, the drive would cut across the wall like that. So if it cut across, you'd have like a gap that you could fall off there. So your car could fall off it. You could hit into it. If you were Ryan, you just hit the wall. It doesn't matter. You know? But if you bring the entirety of this out, right? So like, I don't even bring this out. I don't know how you 3D model this. What's that? Like that. Like that. Oh, it's actually not that far out, is it? But let's just say it's there. Right? But if you brought that out, you could fix the drive at the side, because even if it protruded there, you'd be on the back end of this wall. Do you know what I mean? You'd be on the back end of the wall. So then, it still allows you to get vehicles round the back if you wanted to. Could you not just drive off the edge? What? You don't mean just drive off that, do you? Alex, this is insane. Just mean drive off that? Yeah. Oh, really? I don't know. Never thought about it. Chat, you funny. Holy shit, it's 3 o'clock. Oh my god, I've had like the most chill day. Do you know what the one thing we've always wanted to do with this house is, whilst this drives here, we want to set up a ramp here at the end and it go into an airbag. So like that. That's what I've always wanted to do. Chat, look. So that's the render Alex did. How insane is that render? Oh, wait, Alex, are you in here? Have you got a render at the moment? I know you were trying with the bay windows, which we've sacked off. Have you got a render at the moment, Alex? This is what I do when I have time. You're insane, yeah. Alex, have you got a render at the moment where you've got the slanted roof there, and question mark, do you have it without the walling? Like, and the lower drive? Because I see this will have a knock-on effect with yours. Right? It'll have a knock-on effect on all this because it goes lower, doesn't it? It goes the same height as the garage. Alex, I'm not saying I have to do it, mate. Like, it's just if you had one, that'd be amazing. Because Alex, then that would be, if you went off, see where Brad's up to with this, with that, Alex, that would be now we're looking at being the final version of the extension. See how the roof? Because I want to change that from being a thingy. This on the left is current. Okay? This layout. The sunset's nice. I know, right? Lovely. Yo, Louis Rose, thanks for that. And Hessick, thanks for that. Right. No, it says current. Oh my god, what have I just done? Whatever. It's a stupid... Get a phone case, Tom? No. Fine. It's unshatterproof. Okay, so this is the current. I'm going to draw on this one the most because the idea is what we want to create... This is the pool. We want to get rid of the back door. We want to change this into a changing room of sorts. So a good way to do this into a changing room is if we were to, like, chop down here and turn this into, like, a changing room. This be a gym, right? Gym, where you walk in, workout shit, right? I hate that comms room there. Whatever. Right? Gym in there. What do you mean you can't see me? Fat head's in the way. Scumbags. Can you see now? Can you see me now? Oh, could you do this? One sec. There you go. That's better. Alright. So, if we turn that into a gym... That becomes the room there. This is changing room. Like, fucking cupboards or whatnot. Right? Sure, cupboards where... So people who are swimming can change up all the stuff there. Got gym, changing room, swimming pool. That then... is like that. Like so. Who's Jim? Who's Jim? Jim! Cinema. Right? Oh my god. Do we do this? Are there, along this, pool table, sofa area, Alex, Let's do this again. New. Right, Alex, I got a plan. Right? So we make this go up in here, right? To there. We remove this wall. We then put in a bar here. Yeah? Like an actual bar. Like an actual bar. Yeah? We change this wall to sliding windows. It would probably be... How do you do sliding windows? I wonder if you could do sliding windows going that way. So if you do sliding windows going that way, then it opens this huge space up, and they'll probably stack to about here. So don't you already have 2 bars? We're getting rid of one, because then this would be a gym, right? Gym. Yeah, you know gym, right? Then this would be a changing room. Gym, changing room. Yeah, bifold does work, but with the introduction of those would be great. You spelled gym wrong. Right? So we'd have... And then we've got the shower. And then what would we put in the middle? Like for here? It's wasted space. There's got to be another way of looking at this design. Ah! Chat, help me. Lockers? No, this is the changing room. There'd be lockers in here. Where's the doors for the changing room? There. This is the changing room. This is the door. In the center. And then you have, like, lockers and benches and shit. Like, bench, and then cupboards. I've already got a sauna there. Equipment room? Nah, it's dead space. This would be a set wall. You could keep that as a door to get behind the bar, but they could get annoying. You could make it a sliding door. Are you turning your house into a school? Trust me, the amount of parties I have had. Okay. I don't know why I'm licking my lips. Wait, I've got 200 IQ. Is there a way to make this, right? Close that up there. Wait. What was I thinking? Like that. Could you put a door on that there? Right? Door on that there. A door on that there. That's not a supporting wall, is it? No, that's a supporting wall. That's not. No. Right, we're going to get rid of this. This wall's going to go, but this wall has to stay. Because then you could do the bar going off this wall like where it already is. But move it back like that. Pool table. This is the doorway in. Has to be the door in. Everyone say stripper pole? You're not putting a stripper pole in it. Right? Like, if you didn't put the door there, you put the door there. You could have. Yeah, get rid of the door there. How'd you use the eraser? Shit. Yeah. No, put the door there instead. Like that. This room has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors going into it. And then would this be the changing room? It's a pretty... To be fair, it's a pretty good hub. Wait, no, look, right. Let me explain to you. Chat, I need your help. Okay. What is this PogChamp? What is that PogChamp? The fuck is that? Oh my god. Right. That is a very interesting PogChamp. That is not PogChamp. Right. So if we do this from there, right, and we close that over So that's locked off. This is the gym. Right? This be the changing room. And we do a door there. And the reason why we do a door there is... And then we do a door there is because then that way we can fit in units there to store shit. Right? Lockers, the lot. Towels, towel rack over here. Storage. Right? It's not a vaccination centre. Stop it. No privacy, though? Yeah, there is... Right. Listen to me. Listen. No. It's gonna have racks. Let me explain to you. Right? This is my house. Right? That's my house layout right now. Right now, there is nowhere to get changed when we have a party and there's hundreds of people. Not hundreds. No people. Social distancing. Right? When we have a party, there literally is nowhere for people to put their stuff. So when they're downstairs, there's nowhere to put your shit. It gets left either in the pool, the side of the pool, or in here. However, that is their problem. You are right. You are so right. Throw it in the garden. Exactly. Right? So, could we do this? If this is the layout of the room already, right? The way you try and fix this room here, this is it right now, right? You cut this off, right? You'd open this up. You open that up like a nice big door. I almost want to do the same for that one here, but whatever. You close this off. You put a door from here because this wall's too thin to put furniture behind it, right? There's a TV on the wall there. We'll do something about that, right? Okay. Then you'd put in furniture here, right? To store stuff in with. You could even do all the way up to here. Like racks for people to put clothes on, towels, dead nice, dead modern, right? That's the back door. But the back door would go. But we keep that door so you can get into there. Alex, are you here? Does this make sense? Because then, when you're in the gym, right? You can go in here into the gym. You can pump some iron, get fresh, get swole. Yeah? You go into here, you get changed. You take a shower in the shower. That's a shower. It's not a dying baby, I swear. All right? The pool, and this is a back door. But this is changing. So this is where we change it. This is how you change it. Okay. This makes logistical sense. This, I've used the wrong tool, whatever. This goes across here. We put the door in. We make this go down there. Yep. And we put a door in. Yeah. We make a doorway here. Yep. All right. Then we fill this with furniture on the inside. Storage. This door's a bit debatable. There's already a little storage rack there, like floor to ceiling with towels. We just max it out. Okay. So you've got storage here. You could put it in the middle and then you could... If you put that in the middle, would you actually get the use of the walls? You get rid of that. You'd build a bar in here. Bar in here. Then you put pool table in here. And then, in this room, you make land setup. 4-man land setup. Wait, what? I think you get rid of the door that... I think you get rid of the door to the back door. Well, the only reason that one's there... Oh, yeah. Oh, because you don't need to go through that. Oh! Hold on, Orion. 200 IQ. So then you'd put furniture along this. More storage. Equipment and storage. Yes? Very good, Ryan. Very good, very good. So then, you've got gym, changing room, towels, storage. No. Storage, towels, changing room. Loads of little cubby holes to put things in. So that's how it works. Loads of little square little cubby holes like this. Right? Like fucking IKEA shelves. Where there's a rolled up towel in it for each person. On the walls. Looks dead nice. Fucking IKEA Galax. Yes. Right? Rolls them up. You take your towel out. You put your clothes in it. Tom, is it your utility room moving upstairs? Yeah, but there's 2 huge big cylinders in here. Like 2 massive cylinders. Plus, we'd probably keep the washing machines down here. And the sink. Just because then 1 for the gym and 2 for the towels for this. The server room's probably staying there. If we could get rid of all that, that'd be huge. But I think the server room's probably staying down here. I'd like to get rid of it. But I don't know where you'd then put it. Because there's no room for that upstairs. Are you going to get a car on the driveway? So when you drive down the Reapy Mighty, you can just drive down it? Are you going to get a car parked on the driveway? I don't know. Server room, Syndicate? Yeah, I've got a server room for my house. Just like the smart system. Shit. I've not used it in forever. Sorry, I've got an entire smart system built into my house and it's absolute wank. Stick with Sonos. But yeah, so in here, we can put pool table. Right? We can put pool table. Nice and open. Pool racks along here. This is a hidden bookshelf still. Which actually goes out to there, which is a bit rando. We'll probably get rid of it. Unless we do the entire wall as just bookshelf, which we would. We'd redesign this bookshelf nice and black, dead cool. Right? Along here, we do sofas along the back. Open up sliding glass windows to here. So if this is where the blocks it hides in. Oh my god. Pool table can be turned into a table. Yes, for serving food on. Yeah. Put food on it and shit like that. Someone just said, holy shit, what have I come back to? Do you do a bar like that? Or is there a better way to lay this out again? If you put the bar like freestanding in the middle. What if you put the bar freestanding in the middle? Then you could put a sofa there on that wall, couldn't you? Because there's still no seating. And, well, actually, to be fair, even though it's free sliding things, you'd probably put like a beanbaggy chair along the end, wouldn't you? Like that. What are you thinking? Put a hole in the wall behind the bar so you can serve drinks to people in the pool room. Oh, that'd be mega. Have the ability to connect like a little porthole for drinks. So then that way you don't have to keep running through. That's a shout. Would it actually be a shout to put a door there, though? Would it be a shout to put a door connecting these 2 rooms? The pool and that? Double-sided bar? If you were to have a double-sided bar, you need to understand that this is a climate-controlled room. Exactly, James. Exactly. The humidity can fuck the house. If the humidity got into this, into the insulation and stuff like that, the cavities, it could fuck the house. A bar door. Yeah, you'd need it to, you'd be able to need to slide something so secure shut that it keeps everything out. Building a new house? No, I'm fixing my existing one. Guys, so I've just drawn this, right? With the layout of the walls and the rooms. Are you ready to see how good this guy is? Like, it's just, I'm not taking away from it. Like, he's just putting some new rooms. So this is the current layout. I just drew all over it as to how ignore all the details, like just the layout of the room. And then he did this. Look, he's done it. Look, there's my, look, done it. Alex, you're too good, bro. You are actually too good. You're like a godsend. You're actually like a godsend. So that would be to turn this into a gym. Okay. This into a changing room. This would be a layout for sofas, like, you know, just fucking social chilling area. Like that. So you walk in, it's just like the door will probably be fucking off the hinges. I'm not even going to lie. I'd probably make that a sliding door if I could to the left. If I could make that a sliding door, slide that into the left. It just vanishes. And then in you go. Like, just feels like a nice flowy door. Or like the biggest legal door I could have there. Like, rather than a small little thing. Like a nice grander door. Like, slides away. Perfectly hidden. Goes into it. You've got like the chill out area. If you wanted to, you know what you could do with this? Is if you were to fuck off the seating section of it. This is where you could put like... This is actually where you could put like games. Like, no joke. You could put like, you know, like pinball machines in here. Like I was saying, like a proper man cave. Like you could put like pinball machines here. Fucking dartboard or something. I don't know. You could do whatever you want, really. Seating definitely is a priority. Have seating in here. Hey, this would be so good. But yeah, oh yeah, the biggest thing is pool table in here. Because this room now becomes the perfect size for a pool table. But Alex killed it, man. New hot tub set area outside. Not really new hot tub area, but better access to the hot tub area. Because you got the changing room here, even though it's still a far walk. There's a later date thing I want to do with this. I want like a retractable roof area for this. And then they would talk about like having like a mini bar outside here near the hot tub. But we'll talk about that one day. We'll get there. We'll get there. But chat, what do you think about that? Let's make this happen. Let's make this absolutely beautiful and let's make this happen. But lads, this has been a very, very random stream. I've actually had an amazing day. I know I usually stream till like 7:30. Wait, I put a pool table in it and you still got much room left? No, you didn't. Wait, have you DM'd me? Wait, Alex, how do you put a pool table in it? Alex, can you throw that in there and screenshot it for me now? Well, wow. All right, chat. Alex has put... Alex, have you got any gym equipment you can throw in there? Just an example. Just the pool table's fine. Ignore it. Yeah, so this would be gym, changing room in there. Like, when you actually look at this room's actually quite big. So if you look at the scale of actually how big this would be, if this was like floor to ceiling of, you know, like, do you know what I'm talking about? What's that? Yeah, nice one. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know the IKEA shelves? It doesn't have to be IKEA, but you know what I mean? That are like that, and they've just got loads of little pockets. Well, imagine them all wrapped with towels in, like fully stocked, all with a towel. So if I had a party, right? Yeah, there you go. So if I had a party and everyone goes jumping in the pool or going in the hot tub, people can go into the changing room and this entire wall that's covered in the cube storage, has got an individual towel in it. So then each person knows which one is theirs. Yeah, like little pigeonholes. But like big enough to like get a nice big thick towel out of it. And then people can put their clothes, just stuff their clothes into it. And then like you're like a shoe rack underneath or whatever. But then you've organized people's clothes for storage. You've got storage for the gym stuff that could go into these cupboards in here as well. You know, you've got the gym area layout there. Mate, it'd be absolutely perfect. Like, absolutely perfect. Yeah, that'd be so cool. Make it in The Sims, though. We could make this basement part in The Sims. Make it in The Sims is probably a good idea. But yeah, no, I love it. Who's enjoyed today's stream? Because I really have. But I've been streaming for like 6 hours and I've just had a really good time. When all your mates are pissed, do you think the pigeonholes will be used? Yeah. Trust me, I've lived in this house for 6 years. And when everyone gets in the pool, everyone's shit just get laid out here. And it all just becomes... It just gets so messy and so shitty that I've really not enjoyed it. Like, it's annoying. But if you do this, this stops people from really fucking up loads of different rooms. And even though you're putting, like, a bit of a, like, limited block on it, I feel like you go into the basement here, you go into this section and it opens up into such a clearer room. You know, because it's bigger, I think it could be beautiful. And then this downstairs basement becomes the ultimate hosting area. Because like, even look at this layout outside. If you can do this, if you can do it like a seating layout out here, then because the hot tub's here, the hot tub's literally there. So if you do like a seating layout where you've got, you know, whether it's a table for eating out, you know, like you got fucking chairs, you know, like fucking little fire pit, that sort of stuff. I have no idea what this seating's about. What is that seating? It's terrible. Go ahead. I tried to draw that the right way 3 times then. You know what I mean? Like fucking. Just look, big fire pit, table. You know what I mean? Be so sick. Do you know what I'd love to do that? What you could possibly do though? It's like out here, you could have one of those, or a few of them. You know them long fire pit boxes. How would you get a set of stairs down there? Connect it. Yeah, you can have barbecue. You can have whatever you wanted there. Have like a fucking barbecue here. Barbecue there, fire pit, table, chairs. How sick would that be? Get a fucking slide. Oh, mate. It's just making me excited because I've never seen the clarity. Like, you have no idea from a mental aspect how valuable today has been to me. Like, you have no idea how valuable this has been to me. Wait, Alex said that's a 7-foot pool table. Wait, where? No way, Alex. Alex, I don't think that scale's right, mate. I don't think that... Alex, that can't be right. Alex, I don't think that's the dimension, son. Unless this extension you've done at the back's too big, there's no way, mate. Alex, there's no way. Wait, 7-foot table. Wait, he just said I'll check the drawings. Alex, have you made all this twice as big than it actually is? Is this where we're like, this doesn't work now? It's the same size as the steam room. Well, going off scale for that, I can lie down that way in the steam room from head to toe easily. No, it's all to Brad's scale. Well, what size is a 7-foot? So is a 7-foot pool table like one of the smallest ones that you can get, like the cute ones, not like a big fucking one? So what you're trying to tell me is we could actually... There's no way. Yeah, that's for like a pub one, yeah. That's be the size that you want. You're telling me we can actually fit that in the back here? There's no way. Mate, I can't wrap my head around that being the size. Alex, I don't think I could fit a table in that. I don't think I could fit a 7-foot table there. Well, probably could actually. Is it really that straight? Is it really that? I love how everyone's like, hang on a minute, someone all right here. Hang on. Imagine if he's imported like a child size one. You know, like one of them. You know, them little fucking ones. Yeah, like the a toy pool table. That's a pool table, not a snooker table. No, a pool table's perfect. I don't need a snooker table. That's funny, that, bro. If that actually ended up being the right size, Alex, I'd be fucking mind blown. I just can't. It's a big amount of space you had on the back. Pool table fit for Sparkles in his small hands. Take my strong head. Which is honestly, it is perfect. God, I honestly cannot believe I'm actually looking at the layout of this and being so happy like that. I've got some sort of resolve. I think it looks sick. Must be again, Alex. Oh, he still sent me that little photo. Do like cocktail nights and shit then? Yeah, for sure. Oh, that'd be so sick. invite over like an actual cocktail specialist to make us all cocktails, and you can fully all sit around it. That's the one thing I don't like about the bar, where it is, you know, like one way in, one way out. Everyone's always bumping into each other. Whereas the other way that I just showed, it's way better. Shit, imagine if we could actually fit a fish tank in here. Actually have some dope-ass fish. I've always wanted a fish tank in the house. Maybe have a fish tank built in over here, like in the middle of the wall. But is that really a good idea if you've got a fucking pool table there? No, my mates are idiots. Then, inside here, that's a 7-foot pool table. Alex, are we still sure this is to scale? It still freaks me out that it's not. Right? So, lot doors, it is. But the thing is, I was saying, I'd like to be able to incorporate if we can make them sliding doors. You know what I mean? Just to make it, like, flow. So, inside here, what we're going to do is... Oh, wait, have I got the other image that I sent to Alex? I think I might. Scroll down. So that becomes... Yeah, I've got it. So, original, proposed, and then, yeah, a mini pool table. And then, this is now the proposed design of it. So, it looks like a little bit of crazy, but let me go over it. So, you've got, like, a pool... a gym in here, like, you know, big mirrors. I just said yoga mats for whatever. I don't do fucking yoga. Whatever, right? What is this? A pool table for ants? A pool table for ants? So, a gaming LAN setup. Let me put it side by side to what the original would be. So, this is the original. Okay. That's the original on the left. And this is what it would be. All right? That looks like your Christmas postcard sketch. You're right. So, the pool stays the same. We build in a changing room, a gym. Okay. Entrance to the man cave here, which opens up into here. We've got a gaming cinema room in here, which will still have a cinema room. It'll have a 4-man LAN set up in here for like a 4 squad of COD. All right. The chairs or whatever we put into here will be able to be moved over to here to turn it into like an actual cinema like area. There'll be a rounded bar here to be able to fit a good amount of people. Right. TV built into the wall. Maybe some sort of way to access into the pool to be able to like put drinks through the wall, like a double bar service sort of thing, if that can be done. Or if there's a way to do like a door in here, I don't fucking know. Like, I just don't want to mess with the fucking weather of the door. Okay, so we'd have a gym, a changing room, smaller social area just for sitting to get away from it all. We'd have a pool table with seating and a bar, outside fire pit at the back. But then, are you guys ready for the absolute kicker of what came up when I was talking to Brad the architect? So, the way this would work is to be like a railing sort of thing here in between this area, or whatever we do. But this then becomes a doped out, pimped out area with a sunken seating area here, TV on the wall. But then, it's hard to... So, let me try and pull the picture up. We make the floor level the same as outside. So, say we've got the sunken seating area inside. The connecting wall that acts as the door is the same level as outside. And then we redesign outside to make it flow as one. So, it makes it one big open space. How about that? So, you see here... This extension will come out from where my finger is there, right? Not the end of it. From here, across. So you'll still be able to fit cars around the back. You will still have a full garden. You still get the giant garden. And you could then turf up here if you wanted to. So you can just change the layout of this. Yeah, it looks like an eye with a brow. So you've still got a garden. And more than anything, this setup allows the garden to be used more. Because if when I'm having a party or a get-together or something like that, yeah, everyone goes upstairs. But if the basement is fully sorted, you could still fit cars back there easily. You could still drive down the side, no problem. And you can still park here. Even with that stuff there that I showed a second ago. Even with all that there, like say if that's even there, you can still park a car there. But you don't need to park cars there anymore. I shouldn't have that many cars. Don't need that many cars. So now I've got a car in the garage. I can fit 6 cars on the front. Right now, I can fit like 4 cars on the front. Realistically, I can fit 4 on the front. Whereas now, I can fit, yeah, like one in the garage, 6 on the front, and then 2 around the back. Does that mean you can make Mount Kilimanjaro less steep? Yes. And the reason for that is, see this build here, when I compare the builds, the number one reason why we can't fix Kilimanjaro, right, is because of this. If you look at the scale of this build, right? Oh, flipped it. Kilimanjaro perfectly. So my drive perfectly sits with that wall, like it's flush. From the bottom to that, it doesn't extrude it or anything. It's flush. However, because we're redesigning the front of the house, okay, to look like... I've bloody lost it now. Because wherever it is. We're redesigning the front of the house. Because we're redesigning the front of the house, that means we have to rework the driveway. So we can rework that angle, which is good because it stops the top that bit being so, you know, like that. But we still get left with this bottom section. But because we're now extending the wall from there, like that, the wall can extrude further. Because at an angle, if I need, like, just focus on this bit as like a drawing piece, right? Say this is the end of my house right now, right? The drive literally comes out like that, and you don't even see this lip, and then you drive off it. This is where Ryan hit, all right? If you try to fix it, you have to fix it like that, right? And then you'd be left with this ledge. And if you were trying to drive up it, you'd be hitting it. Do you know what I mean? You'd be hitting it. It'd be annoying as fuck. Well annoying. Now that's a lot of block paving. It's already block paved. If anything, we're getting all our bricks back. Like, it's the bricks, the blocks that are on the front that you said about, like, you'd have to add on to it because of the space you're getting, I can take from the back. It's perfect. All right? So the reason why we fixed that solution there is where this now moves over, we can fix the drive. And rather than coming there, we can make it smoothly go all the way down. So you will literally be able to go down the back. It fixes it. It literally fixes the whole design. This entire extension of even just this fixes the back. Brilliant. That is actually brilliant. So we fixed the back drive. You can still park around the back. We're utilizing this dead space, this dead space, like if we compared it to this side. We're utilizing this. This doesn't get used. Just doesn't. The pool, the wall, the door for the pools don't get used. So even if you keep them partly like that, that utilizes that tenfold as well, which is great. But then, it makes so much sense. And this is the number one thing. By the way, Tom is a giant monkey's backyard who forced me to turn Sharpie into his car. Of course. Will the balcony above the basement get extended out too? That is a question that needs to be answered. And I don't exactly know the answer to that. This means this would come forward, which is not a bad thing. But from a planning perspective, we probably wouldn't be able to build on top of it. Just pure and simple because of over here. All right. What I see myself wanting to do this, like, just straight up plain and simple, is to build across to it, but not to be able to, like, use the top of it. So putting solar panels on there would be an absolute waste, mate. It has shade for, like, a quarter of the day. Right? That's why I have solar panels on my roof. It doesn't show it there because it's a 3D render. So, with this top, I want to keep the balcony there, all right, as the path that you actually walk on. But I want to put on top of it, I want it to be like a natural garden. So that's the thing. I don't want to have to do the planning route. Like, I don't care about it. I want an up top garden for when you're up here. You have the ability to see, like this. I always wanted to bring nature up here. So it's like, like a sky, like a sky garden. So you'd have above here, you'd have here, this would obviously come out, right? It's like here, and it goes along, and then that's where it's being cut. You see, like this set of windows there, that's being cut off. Then you'd have the big sliding windows here. Then you'd have a new side door there. These windows would slide across. All right. And they would slide into here. So they'd slide across. But then on top, you do like, you know, like just like a rectangle cut out in above that just has glass going into it. So the glass would just float. The glass would allow light because the sun goes this way and shines down all day. So because you're getting sun, you get so much natural light down in to this basement section, and especially with all the natural light coming in through these big windows. But the idea of the bunker, Brad said to me, he was like, yeah, I guess if you were doing construction work at the back, you could just get them to take it all out, right? You see that entire garden? Okay, it's on a sloped edge, kind of like that. And I always wanted to bring it straight. Okay, but I spoke to someone, and the cost of like filling that, laying it out is a lot of money. All right, it is a lot of money. But if we've got the dirt and the land still there, like if we've got the dirt and we just move the dirt and we build, right? And we build underneath it a bunker that's like 10 foot deep. Yeah? 10 foot deep into this, when you technically see that where the Jaguar is, right? That is at the side of this. So what you do is you drive down the side of the drive, which is sorted, which is fixed. Okay, this is fixed. Then 20-foot protection from nukes. Okay, so you come sliding on down here, no problem whatsoever. That's where the Jag is, but where the Jag is on this picture, right, and where the Audi is, you have that open up out the ground, like it lifts up. And then the drive goes down into it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're avoiding like this whole like big lip by going underneath it. You could get rid of this, redesign all this. But imagine if it opened up and you could drive down into it. So this would technically allow you to just go straight down here, into the bottom, and then into a all it would be like RSJ'd, like up, like central, like heating, water, plumbed up everything, because like there's mains connections all in the garden and everything already. Waste, everything you need. Like, wouldn't even be able to get pipeline over there because of where the swimming pool stuff is, right? And then you connect that in, and then like that connects down into it, and then it would literally just be a open bunker. And for size of that, it's probably, I don't know the size of that. I have no idea the size of that one. I don't even know if Alex knows the dimensions of that one. Oh, no, it would be fully ventilated, the whole thing. So, your imagination is crazy. But I love it. I've always loved it. This house is like my house forever. Like, yes, it would make more sense for me to go buy and sell other ones. Like, do up other houses. But then it's like, well, what's the point? Like, you do it and then you're like, right, now what? Like, I'd rather just keep adding to this one. Oh, yeah, right. So this is then where this conversation came from. So then, right, you could potentially connect the basement, right, the basement to the underground garage. So imagine if you then made a tunnel going under this drive, because there's nothing there. It'd be easy to dig. Like, it would be easy to dig. Imagine an underground tunnel leading to there somehow. What? How you would make the entrance or the exit, I have no idea. Like, I do not know. Like, whether or not you'd have it, I just don't even know. I don't know from a structural standpoint how you would do that. Like, where it would come out in the man cave, I don't know. Where would you actually do that? Because I was thinking like maybe it came up underneath like the seating area, like, in the center of the seating area. Like, imagine that. So it matches. This is like we're all playing Minecraft again, but with my house, right? So what you do is, because it's an absolutely symmetrical garden, underneath this step, you'd be dug down 10 feet, right? So you'd be avoiding all your mains, all your structure of your house. You dig a tunnel under there, right, to the house, which would then put you central to here, okay? And then central to here, imagine if like you flick to right like that, and then in the bottom of the seating area, okay, there'd be it looks like a glass wine cellar, you know, in the bottom of it. So you're all sat around it and it's a wine cellar. No one cares about the wine cellar. But in the wine cellar, like, secret door that opens into the actual doorway, that then you can then take the ladders that you'd use to come up and down in here into this. Fucking so daft. But you can do it. You can technically do it because there's no foundations. You would not disrupt anything. This is some Thunderbird shit. Do it, no balls. Oh, yeah.